So you know I love Roth IRAs. Tax-free income in retirement is a phenomenal way to plan for retirement. Here's the thing, if you make too much money, you can't contribute to a Roth if you go in the front door. But if you go in the back door, there's no income limitation. We're going to talk about backdoor Roth conversions today. Sounds a little bit sneaky. It's not really sneaky. It's just something that you can do to help fund tax-free money into your retirement plan in the future. Hi, I'm Antonio Cibella. I'm a financial advisor with Vision Wealth Management. I started the YouTube channel here to share information that I share with my clients, with folks just like you who are interested in retirement and investments and ways to save on taxes and put away money for the future. So today we're talking backdoor Roth conversions. Backdoor Roth conversions, like I said, sounds a little bit sneaky. It really isn't. It's the act of making a non-deductible IRA contribution and then shifting it over into a Roth IRA. And there's some real advantages to doing it. So what we're going to do today are three things. I'm going to explain to you what a backdoor Roth conversion is, what the rules are on about it, how does it actually work, and then I'm going to give you an example of why it's a good tool to use to fund your retirement, the difference between making a traditional IRA contribution and a backdoor Roth contribution, and what it can mean for you in the long run. So first things first, when you do a regular Roth conversion, we're not talking about backdoor right now, just a regular Roth conversion. When you take money from a traditional vehicle where you got a deduction for the money to go in and you move it into the Roth side of things, you have to pay taxes along the way because you deducted that contribution when it went in. It grew tax deferred. So for every dollar that you're converting, let's say that you wanted to convert $5,000, you've got to pay taxes on that $5,000 to get it into the Roth. That's just your regular run-of-the-mill Roth converting pre-tax money into money that won't be taxed again in the future by using the Roth as the vehicle. A backdoor Roth conversion is a different thing. So a backdoor Roth conversion is I'm going to put money into a traditional IRA, but I'm going to make a non-deductible contribution. So I'm not going to deduct that money from my income tax. If I put in $6,500, that's the cap this year in 2023. If you're under the age of 50, $6,500, the most that you can put into an IRA. I'm going to go ahead and make that contribution, and I'm not going to deduct it, and I'm going to turn right around and convert it into Roth money. So I don't actually have to pay any taxes to convert it because I didn't take the deduction when it went in. It was non-deductible. Quick pause. If you're enjoying the video, subscribe to the channel. Come on back, watch some of our other stuff, because if you subscribe, you'll get notified when we post new content. We tend to get videos up once or twice a week, and it's all about stuff like this. It's about Roths and saving for the future and putting away money and how to save on your taxes. And so if that's of interest to you, I hope to see you again. So why would you do that? Why would you put money into a traditional IRA just to turn around and move it into a Roth IRA? Well, if you make too much money, you can't actually contribute to a Roth IRA. So this year in 2023, if you make more than $153,000, and you're a single filer, no Roth for you. You can't put money directly into a Roth. You make too much. If you make more than $228,000 as a married couple who files a joint return, too much money. No Roth for you. You can't put it in. But here's the thing. You can make more than that and make a traditional IRA contribution that is non-deductible. There's no income limit there. Anybody can put that money in. As long as you have earned income, you can put that money in. You can turn around and convert it. So the backdoor Roth conversion is useful for someone who earns a high level of income and doesn't have access to fund the Roth, but they don't want to just make a traditional contribution and be subject to tax again in the future. So you can go ahead and put it over there, shift it over, get it into the Roth, and now it's tax-free money, and you don't actually pay any taxes to do it because of the fact that it went in there as a non-deductible contribution in the first place. Now that's the first reason why you do it. You just make too much money to be able to go directly to the Roth, and so you've got to go in the back door. You can't just walk up in the front door, knock on it, say like, hey, I'm here to party. I want to come on into the Roth IRA party. Then you're going to have to sneak around the side there and come in the back door by using the traditional IRA if you make too much money. The other reason why, the real reason why you want to end up with the money in the Roth instead of the traditional, because with the traditional IRA, that money goes in, you get your tax deduction, it grows tax deferred. It's taxed when you take it out. So all of those gains that you've had over the years are all going to be subject to tax. With the Roth, it's after-tax money that goes in, one way or the other, front door or back door. After-tax money goes in. It grows tax deferred, and it's tax-free in the future. So all that money that it earns over all of those years, not subject to tax when you get to retirement. I'll give you a good example. Let's say that you're watching the video right now, you're 35 years old, and you say, like, oh, I'm kind of interested in that. Maybe I should start looking into the Roth IRA instead of the traditional IRA. So for this year, you make a contribution backdoor into the Roth of $6,500. So you put $6,500 in. You're 35, you got 30 years till you're gonna use the money. You're gonna use the money when you're 65 years old. Let's say that you averaged an 8% annual return. By the time you're 65, that one contribution, $6,500, has turned into north of $71,000. And it's $71,000 that is tax-free money because it's protected by the Roth IRA, as opposed to $71,000 that is to be taxed, which is what would be the case if you put the same amount of money in and earn the same returns in the traditional IRA. Now, the difference there, if you were in a 22% tax bracket, let's say, and I'll put the math up here for you. If you're in a 22% tax bracket and you were able to deduct that $6,500 contribution, you successfully avoided essentially $1,400 of taxes. 22% of $6,500, little north of $1,400, $1,430. You didn't pay that much in taxes on the traditional side. But when you got to retirement, you have to pay tax on the whole $71,000 as you draw it out. If you were in the same tax bracket, 22% of $71,000 comes out to more than $15,000 that you have to pay in taxes. So it's the same money that went in, $6,500. It earned the same investment returns. And the difference is, did you get to deduct or get a refund of $1,400 today? Or do you have to pay $15,000 in the future? I'd much rather have $71,000 that's all mine than $71,000 that's to be taxed. And that's 1 year's contribution. Now, granted, 30 years is a long time frame for it to grow, but that's 1 year's contribution. You do that every single year, it really adds up in the long run. That's really why you want to get the money into the Roth. And if you can make a front door contribution, if you're below those income limits, by all means have at it. But if you're over that, don't just write off the Roth. Just don't say like, well, we can't contribute to a Roth because we make too much money. Go around to the back door. Backdoor Roth IRA conversion can still allow you to fund that portion of your retirement. So there you have it, one example of the power of a backdoor Roth conversion for high income earners. If you're interested in learning more about Roths, go ahead and click up here. I'll put the Roth playlist up there. I pointed to the right corner. I finally figured it out. It's this corner. Normally I do some Yosemite Sam thing. Not today, baby. Go ahead and click up there. That's the Roth playlist. Check out some of our other stuff. I hope to see you again. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon.